Yes, welcome to another edition of the No State Project. We just posted yesterday about Chris getting a dismissal with prejudice in Texas because the prosecution, after he had filed a motion to dismiss, which is based on lack of evidence proven jurisdiction, and the Brady request, which we want the name of the witness for personal first-hand knowledge, that the prosecutor relies on to prove their claims that just because he's physically in Texas, the constitutional laws apply. So after almost a year, they wound up just throwing the whole thing out, which is great. And you can get that right here at markstevens.net. You can see a copy of the dismissal record right here in the. There it is. There it is. So you can click on that, and it brings you to the decision from Philip Grimes to dismiss with prejudice the complaint against Chris. So we've got another one here today. This is great. Couple, 2 days in a row. I want to thank. We got Nick in Maryland. He did post this on Facebook and said that it was okay. No problem to post this as is. It's not the best copy, but it gets the job done. Of course, there were three traffic charges. He had filed a motion to dismiss. Again, the motion to dismiss is based primarily on, and I've said this 1,000 times, it's based primarily on a lack of evidence to show the jurisdiction that the Constitution, the laws apply just because you're physically in Maryland. And that goes to show that without that evidence of that, then there can't be a legal injury and therefore a valid cause of action for the court to acquire any subject matter jurisdiction. So even if they say that you waived personam jurisdiction, which is not usually not true, you cannot waive subject matter jurisdiction. So like I've mentioned before, there has to be a valid case or controversy. So while this particular court may have the subject matter jurisdiction over traffic cases, the operative word again is case. A case is not just a complaint. Not every complaint sets forth a valid case for the court to then have subject matter jurisdiction and proceed against somebody. So he had filed a motion to dismiss and the Brady request and discovery request, because you're supposed to have, because if the prosecution is going to argue that the laws apply to you and you violated them, he needs to have a witness with personal first-hand knowledge of that. As I mentioned in yesterday's video, of course, there has to Rule 602. You have to have personal evidence that there is personal first-hand knowledge of the matters that you are testifying to, and the prosecution wasn't able to do that. So here with whoa. That was a mistake. So here with Nicholas, the prosecution, instead of responding to the motion to dismiss, instead of trying to actually verify that their claims are true, filed a motion. They filed to nolo prosequi. So you can see here the state of Maryland by and through Carolyn Norman, Assistant State's Attorney for Carolyn County, hereby respectfully request this honorable court place the above captioned matters on the earliest docket convenient for this court as the state is proceeding nolo prosequi. And for those who don't know what that means, it means it's a Latin phrase meaning unwilling to pursue, a phrase amounting to do not prosecute. It is a phrase used in many common law criminal prosecution contexts to describe a prosecutor's decision to voluntarily discontinue criminal charges either before trial or before a verdict is rendered. So nolo prosequi, do not prosecute. So I want to thank Nicholas for not only providing me the documentary proof, but actually going toe to toe and being willing to go against these predators, because it's not always easy. You start making these challenges, and even self-identified or self-proclaimed anarcho-capitalists they'll insult you. They'll think you're crazy. They'll think you're a retard and whatnot, just for challenging a prosecutor's claim. Here, just like we had with Chris in Texas, we were able to prevail, which we do prevail quite often, is if you go through the success stories that we have here on markstevens.net. We have been able to have success and replicate the success that I've had on 3 continents. Again, that's Australia. We've had success in England also in Canada. So big congratulations to Nicholas for standing up to these predators and showing once again that, yes, you can defend against these traffic stops, you can defend against drug charges and tax cases, and you can prevail. This is just more evidence. So congratulations, and we'll get that post. I'll have that posted right here on markstevens.net. Hey, if you think that my analysis is flawed, you think I got my facts wrong, you think my logic is way off base, that I'm nothing but fallacies, you think I'm retarded, hey, join me on a live broadcast. Get out from behind your computer and actually confront me in real time with an actual argument. Show me where I have the facts and errors. Show where my logic is wrong. But just calling me a retard, yeah, that's not really going to well, thank goodness it shouldn't get you any credibility as far as a critic. But if you disagree, please call into a live broadcast, as we are live twice a week. So 4 hours of anarchy and voluntarist radio here on the No State Project. So again, congratulations to Chris and to Nicholas.